right. The chat works.
What's in the lower? Oh. What's in the lower? Your lower right. You did nudge the camera. That's what that is. That's your tape. All right, let's
pretty
find
close.
our corners.
All I got to do is move this tape a little, and
I think I'm okay. You might have made me better.
Well, if I move this piece of tape like that, even that. Wow, I gave myself so much more room. Is this one on? This one's slightly off. That's fine. That's okay. Minor adjustment, and all will be right in the world. And I made your side better.
So I figured out how to make the jacket work. Check. The chat.
Check.
Right out of the gate. Off to a great start. So
Check.
I guess you'll have to throw out all your fixthechat.com merchandise.
Oh,
Shirts and hats we made.
but the domain was so good.
It's a pretty good domain.
It was so good. Maybe we can repurpose it somehow.
Maybe.
Into something else.
I can purposely break the chat in future streams if that's what we want.
All right, I'll consider that.
Hi everybody, we're back. Ian and Kyle again. I am very tired tonight, so this is going to be an interesting night of cards. Hopefully that won't affect us too much. I also felt really grumpy earlier, but Kyle and I had a pizza.
We did have a pizza.
We had a pizza from Hot Italian.
Our weekly product placement. Yeah, it's an excellent pizza
here.
place.
Yeah, they do good work. We had a Stella with an egg, and it made me feel less like a jerk. Just tired now, though.
Yeah. Tired, but stomach is happy.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
So what's going on? We didn't stream last week. Kyle was ill. Sorry for that. We don't really have a method of notifying anybody.
Nope.
I heard a rumor that Chris will be by tonight. I don't see Chris yet, so we'll put that in the maybe column.
In the maybe. Big checkbox in the maybe.
Option
number D, none of the above.
Watching our stream from last week, from 2 weeks ago. A lot of math errors that week. We did not do very good at actually figuring out what was going on during the course of those games. They were terrible games all across the board, but and I think we didn't make math errors that would make them any worse. They were just kind of like we were ballparking it a lot.
I wonder if that's what made me sick.
Maybe
it's that terrible math. Yeah. I mean it's
math allergy maybe.
Maybe a bad math. Bad math allergy. Yeah. I mean, who would have a real math? I mean, the jocks, maybe.
Yeah, so on that note, should we
hey, look, it's that guy.
Oh, hey, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
He is here.
Yay.
So,
we are joined by a friend.
Chris.
That's good news.
It's mixed news. He's here because he's not able to join his role-play group or something tonight, so yeah. I'm hoping they hopefully work that out.
Yeah.
But I don't mind having Chris's company. He always makes the stream a little more interesting.
Absolutely.
We do tend to pay attention to him every 15 minutes or so.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it is a different experience. Like when Chris was here physically, he could say something and we would hear it. And this would provoke a response. But here we're focused on the game and we need to look at our silent third compatriot who occasionally says things in text form.
Well, I wonder if we could set up. It would be awful.
No, it'd be terrible. Let's not do that.
Like a voice to chat.
No, it's already
voice to text chat, so that Chris could type something and then it would say it, and we'd hear it.
That is terrible
he's talking about
kicked out a Pathfinder group and banned from the Minecraft server. What? That is nigh unfathomable.
But hopefully temporary. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
I will hope for temporary on at least one of those two things. One of those things has to work out for crying out loud.
I'm gonna get some life dice.
Oh boy, life dice.
Versus systems here soon.
That's my favorite.
So we've got a versus system. Would you like to play Tile? Told you I'm tired, man.
Man, this is gonna be great.
I told you both, Kyle and Chris, this story already, but I literally this is how tired I am.
Yeah.
I started off my day. Yeah. I woke up. I went downstairs to make my daily cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I have a Keurig. Got the cup out, poured some milk in it, set it next to the coffee machine, got a little Keurig packet, put it in the coffee machine, and hit go. And then, I listened to it. I walked away and did some more of my morning routine, and I came back and I was like, I just made a cup of coffee. but something's wrong because here is a cup of milk and there's no coffee in it. So, thankfully, the little drip tray was large enough, exactly almost, for one cup of coffee from my courage.
It's almost like they planned that.
Maybe. But yeah, that's how my day started, and it didn't get better. So
yeah.
That's where we are.
I am sorry to hear that, Chris. That is an unfortunate combination.
How's the deck?
I'm going to pull over
3 decks.
3 decks, because
Gal
as
has
is my
3
tradition.
decks. One of the decks is not on camera. I will pick that one.
I see how it is.
Yes.
This one is the A deck. We'll open with
an
a
A deck.
single A deck. Schledau, indeed. That is a series of sounds which all together form that thing that happened a moment ago. That is
something else I can talk about. Doesn't matter. Here, again, on the stream because nobody watches this.
Yeah.
I work for Other Ocean.
Yep.
We need engineers. If there are any engineers in the Bay Area watching this stream right now, or on YouTube, come check out our website and get us a resume or private message me, and I'll make sure that you get to the right.
And just to be clear, that is Other Ocean, not to be confused with Pacific Ocean, which is in fact a large body of water to our west.
Other Ocean Interactive. I think our website is otherocean.com.
Yeah.
You can find us.
Yeah.
You can find me. Whatever.
Yep.
Engineers who would be willing to relocate to the Bay Area.
Also welcome.
Yeah.
Also welcome. We, on the other hand, at Kixeye, where I work, don't currently need engineers. So we're not hiring.
Why don't you give me some of your engineers, Kyle?
I came up with a witty thing to say there, but I probably shouldn't say it. Just like, I don't want to expose secret information. It would have been like a great joke if everybody worked at Kixeye, and that included you and all of the internet. But since that's not the case, because that's how popular we are. We are exposed to the entire internet. Once internet, always internet.
Well, the internet is forever.
The internet is forever. Goes on for infinite. Starts at a point in time and goes forever.
Doing cyber is very difficult.
Cyber can be very difficult. Oi. I'm gonna roll a die.
I'm going to roll a die that rolled slightly larger than your die.
Significantly so. Some might even
significantly larger. So, shoot, what do these guys do?
Aha! The onus is upon you.
I don't know. That means I go odds, right? I really don't know what these guys do.
It's funny. So, for a long time, we assumed odds was better. And I still think that it is. But there are times when I think that it's not.
Well, big turns are 6 and 7.
Yep.
Okay, less big turns, 5 and 8.
Yeah.
So going odds gives you 5 and 7.
Right.
That's kind of the logic there, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking already.
No, that's fine. We don't need English. You don't need English to run for president.
That's very true.
Also topical.
Oh, I want these cards. I think I can't have them.
That'll show you. Having cards. So you went odds, which is the turn that it currently is. I did mulligan, drew my cards, and have even gotten ahead of myself by playing a resource.
I'm glad I didn't keep those cards. It would have been a lot worse than it is, and it's not good.
I'm gonna keep you posted.
Wow.
Now, for those in our audience, you do not have a wonder. Well, me neither. So.
Okay.
All right, good. Glad we were in agreement.
Chris is in our audience.
Chris is in our audience. He's very in our audience.
He's the inner audiencist.
One could almost surmise that he is a good 100% of our audience, at least at the time of the streaming. So I have Blade. Blade is important because he was played by Wesley Snipes in the live-action films, but by Sticky Jones in the television show.
Sticky Jones?
Yes.
Is that a person?
Yeah, I think there's a first name that I'm forgetting. It's something Sticky Jones.
It's ironic because we just interviewed a guy named Stephen Frost, who is, of course, the villain of the first Blade.
There you go. That's wonderful, yeah. No, it's Deacon
Frost.
Frost. But,
you're right.
I'm sorry to burst that
Deacon
bubble.
Frost.
So,
all of the merriment we had at the office
was for naught.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remembered that. That's terrifying. I haven't seen that movie in 10 years. So
it's a much more intimidating name than Steven.
That is true. It's like, I see. Well, it's better than Joe Frost though, which was the one they rejected.
Fred Frost.
Like, should we Fred Frost, Joe Frost, Bocephus Frost. So as an additional cost,
I don't think that's a name.
You should look it up. Bocephus is the name of a very famous person, and it's also not his real name. So here we have. I hope Chris is getting
on fire today. This is great.
And then we'll play some Versus System to boot.
People are going to tune in for our stream and think we're on acid or something.
That's really the goal. Yep. I have to reveal someone to play Blade. Blade also gets an additional 1/1 while equipped, which currently he is not.
1/1 while equipped.
So right now he's just a 3/2. Yeah, so, fun tidbit, I have actually started rewatching, with the fiancé, the Blade TV show, which most people don't.
It's got Sticky Joe in it.
And it's got Sticky Jones. Man, what the hell's his first name? Something Sticky Joe. Sticky is the nickname. I don't know why that's a nickname he would advertise.
I think Sticky Joe is the name of a character in Teen Titans Go.
Coincidence? We'll get back to that.
Well, Blade is a Marvel property, and they're DC, so unlikely.
But we'll know for sure that it was deliberate if one of the villains is Stephen Frost.
They do sometimes reference Marvel properties in that show. It is a goofy show. Dark Lantern. When Dark Lantern comes into play, target a character you control. I will target Dark Lantern.
Good choice.
While that character has the Darkseid's elite affiliation and is attacking this turn, it can't be stunned.
Well, damn. I do wish for Chris's tech
That'd
support.
be awesome. Well, come work for us, Chris.
Yeah.
And by that I mean me.
Yeah, Ian. I can't afford to pay you. So I'm just going to attack you for 3.
3, yeah.
Because that's the cool thing to do.
I am also going to attack you for 3.
What? I take a breakthrough and then 2 for the stun, so I take 3, and you can't be stunned, so that is
correct.
That's the thing. Alright, well, okay. Alright. Flipping me them cards. Flipping me them cards. Oh, boy, that's happening. Right. How do I want to do this awful thing that I must do? Is it my initiative?
I believe so.
That's...
No, it is not. It is not your initiative.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, my initiative.
I accept the terms of your sentence.
Well, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'm going to recruit Beast Boy.
Ooh, everybody hates
It's not
him.
the one you don't like.
Okay.
When Beast Boy comes into play, put a 1/1 counter on him for each resource you control. That is 3 at this very moment. So he will get 3 1/1 counters. I will then substitute Dark Lantern for Dark Lantern.
What? What shenanigans is this?
Now I must choose whether I want Dark Lantern to be unable to be stunned while attacking, or Beast Boy to be unable to stun while attacking, or something like that. I think I should choose Beast Boy.
It's not unreasonable. Is that your formation?
Let me think. Oh, that's terrible if I do that.
It's real bad. You shouldn't do it.
It's not something I should
plan.
do.
Terrible plan.
What is your 3-drop? Is it big? Oh, it's Daredevil. Ooh, it's Daredevil.
It could be Daredevil. You can't be sure, though. It might all be an illusion.
Right. I'll chill like this.
Okay. Ian is chilling like that. You will be pleased to know that I do only have another 2-drop. This is Hannibal King. Hannibal King has Activate. When target character is put in a KO'd pile during the combat phase of this turn, its controller loses 5 endurance.
Cool.
He does also have Flight. I'm just going to review my cards here to make sure they are the cards that I want to be there.
I don't want to forget about this.
Yeah, you should do it now then.
As an additional cost to play Generations. That's weird. This card is a misprint. This card is called Generation Next.
Yes.
And the text is, as an additional cost to play Generations.
Huh. How did we not notice that?
This is the first
in
time I noticed
7 years.
So, yeah. Choose 2 different team affiliations among characters you control.
Mm-hmm.
Ongoing cross them over, and I may exhaust a Teen Titans character I control to give characters I control fighting range this turn. So now my characters are both Darkseid's Elite and Teen Titans.
No, there you go. Well...
Which will actually make Dark Knight's power work.
Previously
it did not.
Yes. You can still target, I assume.
Yes, I can target a character, but it only can't be stunned while it has the Darkseid's Elite from it, which is interesting because actually Kang can fizzle that.
Huh, that is true. That is true. Kang can do a lot of things, though.
Kang is interesting.
Real.
We saw Kang last week, Chris, but and last week I mean 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that
it was not a very good Kang.
No,
we were looking for it.
It was not worth.
Chris likes Kang.
Everybody.
That was
likes
for our
Kang.
other viewers.
Everybody likes Kang.
I do like Kang. Kang is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I did recruit. That's your formation and my formation. Yeah, have at me.
Blade. Arr.
Yeah.
Beast Boy attacks Blade.
Yeah. Yep, that's gonna work. I will take some damage, and the amount of damage will be 4. I'll adjust my life total thusly and pass.
And then I will attack you.
And I'll take another 3. Well, that wasn't a great turn for me, but I have Hannibal King, and he's terrifying.
What happened?
We were just discussing that we had a Kang game in a previous week that was not so good.
Yeah.
And is not.
Kang came up. We thought you'd like to know. That's all.
Yep. And we do enjoy Kang. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I am going to recruit Punisher. Punisher has, whenever Punisher attacks or becomes a defender, if he is unequipped, you may put an equipment card up with cost 1 or less from your hand into play equipped to him. I can also KO an equipment equipped to him to KO a stunned character. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's it? No equipment?
Not at the moment. You can always do it when he's engaged in combat like a boss.
Oh, he gets equipment when he's in combat.
Yes, whenever he attacks or becomes a defender.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could also put equipment on him now if I had equipment that I wanted to equip on him now. But I could save it as a surprise.
That was a lot of words. That was a lot of words.
I have all the best words.
So I got options.
Oh, it wasn't that he misread a card. It was actually a typo on a card. So I guess we misread it without realizing there was a typo in it.
Yeah, the card it's Generation Next is the card, but the card's text refers to the card as simply Generations.
Yep.
Which is weird.
That is.
And we only just noticed.
That is weird.
Boy, I can do stuff.
I have no doubt about that. No doubts.
Am I going to lose Beast Boy? I may. It seems silly to do this now. What's my alternative? That's what I thought. Well, I'm definitely going to be recruiting Raven.
Oh boy, it's Raven.
Raven's power is very interesting and rarely comes into play.
Oh,
Raven's power is while Raven is in my hand and I control a Teen Titans character, I can substitute her during the combat phase.
Indeed. She is also moderately sized.
And I
don't mean that in an offensive way.
Binders full of women.
Binders full of women.
Boy, do I just leave Beast Boy out there? All right, let me think.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in this deck? Beast Boy is in this deck.
He's in this deck, yeah.
I could get a Beast Boy and make Beast Boy slightly bigger,
That's
but
true.
not bigger enough to be a threat. Punisher.
That's probably true.
Or...
You're talking like you can search for something.
What is my other 3-drop?
Boy, you got me. I would tell you if I remembered, but that deck's got a lot of swappy stuff.
Darkseid's elite character.
Yeah, what's your 3-drop? It's probably Dark...
it's Dark something or other that gets a card.
Lantern.
He's not that useful
Lantern.
in this situation.
Yeah.
So, I am done.
Okay.
Woo.
Well, I think I'm going to eat some damage through Blade. That's sort of my expectation here, but I am just going to swing at Beast Boy with Punisher.
Yep. It'll work.
Nice.
I am actually going to take 3 breakthrough from that, so I will be taking 6 damage.
Yeah. Yep, that's a true story. That's a true story.
I think I'm going to hit Blade with Raven.
That's also a true story.
Blade with Raven? It feels like it should be difficult to say, but it wasn't. Blade with Raven.
Blade with Raven. Yep, that's just in your head. So I am going to use Hannibal King to target Beast Boy. Should Beast Boy enter the KO pile from play this turn, you take 5 extra damage. I will then flip Hell's Kitchen. Flip Hell's Kitchen only if you control a Marvel Knights character, which coincidentally I do. Whenever a character an opponent controls is put in a KO pile during the combat phase, that opponent discards a card. I am then going to look at several cards.
Boy, I wish I went to go get Darkseid.
I was very glad when that was a thing you did not do. For Judge, Jury, and Executioner, this is a good one, but I think now is the time to use it. Marvel Knights characters I control have activate to KO target stunned character this turn, and I will activate Blade and target Beast Boy.
I'm going to play Born of Blood. As an additional cost to play Born of Blood, discard a character card. Recover target stunned Teen Titans character you control and move it to your hidden area. That character cannot attack this game. More, damn it.
In response, this is going to get expensive for me too. I'm going to play Quick Kill. As an additional cost to play Quick Kill, discard a Marvel Knights character card, and I will discard Luke Cage. KO target stunned character with a cost of 4 or less.
So I'm pinged and...
Pinged for 5, and you must discard another card.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 7 damage.
Yep.
That will be the next part of that equation.
I think I shan't do anything with... Oh, I must discard.
It is your choice. It is not random.
I guess it's coriander? Oh! 3 drinks!
3 drinks. Oh, yeah, the thing happened. Hannibal King targeted the KO'd character. Hannibal King's activated power is that when target character is put into a KO'd pile from play, its owner loses 5 endurance. Yes.
Says that might not happen.
That might have been before the last part of my sentence finished. Because I believe that does happen. We'll proceed as though it did, and then Chris can either correct us with more context.
The character, so I think that should
I
happen.
think that does happen.
I'm proceeding.
Yeah, let's proceed.
Boy.
Yep, I hear that. What in the hell?
As an additional... This is Anita's deck. On Anita's deck. As an additional cost to play 51st Dates... Oh, exhaust a character you control? No.
That didn't happen.
No.
Nope.
I'm going to recruit Beast Boy Animal Man.
Oh, look at that. It's
Beast Boy Animal Man's power is
Beast Boy.
Is
He's big.
cosmic. Beast Boy gets +3 attack.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
I'm also going to play Titans of Tomorrow, which I may only do during the build phase. Choose a cost and team affiliation among characters you control. Search your deck for a substitute character card with that cost and affiliation, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck.
So you're searching, you choose one of your costs.
I'm going to choose 4, and Darkseid's Elite.
Alright. So while you are searching, I'm going to read the card Hell's Kitchen aloud, which is whenever a character an opponent controls is put into a KO'd pile during the combat phase, that opponent discards a card. I read that in response to Chris's question.
Defensive or offensive? Probably offensive. I'm going to go get Dark Martian, whom I will be substituting momentarily for Raven.
Yes.
I can read him while I'm shuffling.
Sure.
Dark Martian's power is, when Dark Martian comes into play, target a character. While a Darkseid's Elite character is attacking that character this turn, it loses reinforcement and can't have reinforcement.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, it doesn't like you either. So Raven's out of play, Dark Martian is in play, and I will also be recruiting on Beast Boy a T-Jet. T-Jet's power is... T-Jet costs 1 less to recruit for each Teen Titans character you control that came into play under your control this turn. I think I read that a little wrong. Characters you control get +1/+1 and have flight.
I see.
So Dark Martian will be targeting Blade. Will he?
Oh boy.
Maybe I should target Punisher.
It's an interesting quandary for sure. Yes, you must decide that before I proceed, I suppose.
That's so much damage. I'm going to target Blade.
Okay. That is fair. So he loses and can't have reinforcement for the turn. I am going to recruit Microchip, whom I can activate and remove from the game to turn a face-up plot twist of cost 1 or less I control face down. I also recruit Luke Cage. Luke Cage has 2 powers in addition to being concealed. I may pay 3 endurance, and that will allow him to attack hidden characters this turn. Also, whenever a character an opponent controls is put in a KO'd pile during the combat phase, I may draw a card. So that's some stuff. And I'm going to put Microchip in my front row, like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to attack Punisher. My attack is 13.
That is a big number. 13. Boy, 13 is it's a big number. That's what it comes down to. How do I take the least agonizing damage? I think I'm going to take a lot of damage. It's sort of my conclusion here. Tell me again what the T-Jet does.
+1/+1 while attacking my whole team.
Oy.
Is it while attacking? It might be all the time.
Probably all the time.
Yeah, all the time. +1/+1 and flight all the time.
It's pretty legit. Right. So I am going to play Bring the Pain. Target Marvel Knight's character gets +X attack, where X is that character's cost. Then lose X endurance. I will select Punisher.
Ooh. That's bad, yo. What can I do about that? Seems like I'm going to take a lot of damage, too.
Yeah, I'm hoping, but I think you're going to come out ahead overall, but I'll Make it hurt a little bit back, I guess. At least so goes the theory.
My defense is 10, your attack is 11. I guess I just accept.
I'm going to take a bunch of damage from it. Your attack was 13?
Yeah.
So that means I take 11 more damage. Ow.
I'll take 5. It's a bloody game.
Yes, that is
bloody
so.
game.
That is so. So now I got to decide how I want to do all this stuff. I think the right play is I think I attack Dark Lantern with Luke Cage and I pay 3 endurance to do it. So my attack is 8.
I'm going to have to eat that. I will exhaust him to play the first aid card. As an additional cost to play first aid, exhaust a character you control, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put a revealed Teen Titans character card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck. Not going great. I have 2 choices, Betty Kane or Dark Firestorm.
True story.
Well, I suppose I got a shot at substituting Betty Kane. What's on the table? So I will take her. I'm probably going to discard her momentarily.
Yep.
But then I'm going to take... Ouch. 8.
You're going to take it.
Wow.
It's a good hit. And I missed it. So I'm going to think for a moment. I guess you can declare your attack. That shouldn't stop anything over here.
I'm going to attack Microchip.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's interesting. Do I use his power? So interestingly, if I use his power, I can obviously get there's a couple of different useful cards that I could get back. However, if I do not use his power, I need to use his power. I'm using his power. I've used his power. I'm going to activate him and remove him from the game to turn a face-up plot twist with a cost of 1 or less face down. And I think the correct choice might be Bring the Pain. It is Bring the Pain. I have stolen your attack, so I'm just going to hit you for 5.
I'll take 5.
Yep.
So now you have the counter stun on Dark Martian. 48, that's not right. Maybe I stop.
It's a risk either way. Either way.
If I hit you, you go to...
Take a lot of damage.
You go to 7.
If I play Bring the Pain, I would go to 5.
But I think I stop.
This would be real costly. Alright.
No KO.
Yep. Fair enough.
You could have killed both my guys, I think.
If only I'd saved that one. I would have been able to do it.
Oh, that's cost 2. Okay, that's why it didn't happen.
Oh,
So just as a reminder,
geez.
Animal Man is slightly smaller.
Yep. I did expect that, I must admit. It is now my initiative. I don't have anyone.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think this is my game then.
It's real sad.
did manage to hang on to my 6-drop.
Boy.
Dark Champion's power is cosmic. Characters I control that came into play this turn get +2 to... Everybody got flight. I got a 2-jet, sir.
Yep.
They came into play this turn, get +2 attack, and can attack as though they had flight. I also have another Titans of Tomorrow, which I will use to get another Dark Martian.
Yeah.
To substitute for Dark Martian.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty reasonable.
Not only does that mean that both of them came into play this turn, and thus both benefit from Dark Champion's power, but Dark Martian can also target Blade and prevent him from having reinforcement this turn.
It sure is true. That sure is true. So how do I do anything this turn?
And I think I just kill you more than you kill me.
Yep. Man. It's very disappointing.
Sorry.
It's just disappointing because this was the thing that happened last time is, you know, we both had some bad draws, but I had a lot of just missing stuff. I missed more drops the last time we played, and I guess I didn't shuffle enough. So what is the best way to do any of this?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's fine. How
I
do
hope
I do
it's
this?
not a repeat of last week for your sake.
Me too.
I'm gonna go get a drink while you contemplate my personal.
Yeah, by all means, by all means.
I'm talking loudly already a bunch tonight.
True story there. How do I save myself the most damage, or deal you the most damage? That is the question. So, I think my opening play is to team attack Beast Boy.
For 10. Yeah, looks like that'll probably work.
Yeah.
I will deal the damage to Punisher.
Yep.
Punisher. I will take 5.
I 4.
And then I am going to attack Blade.
They probably shouldn't have been. Oh well. I was gonna say it was actually probably a better attack I had. That was not it. It's all right. You'll attack Blade. 12. I'll take 12, and I'm at -1. Yep.
And you hit me for 10, and I hit you for 10.
Yep. I have another 2 damage. Location gives me a +1 attack while attacking.
For the turn or something?
No, just +1 attack while attacking for my guys that attack you through. So it's 2 more.
Right. And that's 10.
Yeah. -11. Man, I might have had you if I had a 6-drop. I did not.
I was worried because you shrank my hand so much. I thought I wasn't.
You know, that was the whole play.
That turn when you didn't KO anybody, I thought, well, crap, my hand's going to be empty, and I'm going to be top decking.
Yep. Yep, and then I drew nothing for 3 turns in a row. Like, all of my starting cards were on the table. Well, I guess that's why this one's an A deck.
What is this?
To be fair, you did counter my my first KO, which was
that's true.
Pretty. I think that was actually. It seemed more costly for you at the time. I guess it was more costly for you, but then I didn't get to. Did I draw a card from that? I might have screwed that up.
Did you have your draw at that point? I don't think you did. That was.
Oh no, that was Luke Cage. Yeah, never mind. I did not have that yet. But yeah, I burned through KO. I had like 4 copies of Bring the Pain, which is not useful. Like, it's really, really useful to have 1 or 2 of them.
Can you play it more than once in an attack?
Yeah, but remember, every time I do it, it's +X attack for X life.
Right.
So it's never a gain for me unless I'm getting an up the chain counter stun of some sort, which I was able to do that one time. Boy, I'm like, I've got all the pieces, and I can't KO anything, and I have no characters, and then I literally played nothing. That was the thing that really got me the previous time, was like playing nothing on late turns specifically. Like I just don't get those late drops. All right. That's the only game that'll happen.
It's a new night. Let's not left. My left. It's stage top for our viewers.
All right. Well, this one is a double A. Going right up the ladder tonight.
You will be facing deck number 6.
Deck number 6. Anything but deck number 6. Well, maybe deck number 6.
I think I played deck number 6 last week.
I don't know.
So I will count the other way.
First of all, I don't know what the hell that voice is. It's terrifying. Second of all, we didn't play it. We didn't play it last week.
That's true. 2 weeks ago. When we last played, I believe you played deck number 6.
That is a possibility.
I don't know what voice that was either.
It was scary only because it wasn't from anything. It was just like you started talking in a strange voice, and I do that sometimes. But then it just kept going. Like you finished a full sentence, you rolled the die again, and then you continued to go in that voice, which is where it got interesting.
I shall enjoy reviewing the tape. I shall enjoy it as well.
Oh, that's something that you can do and I can't.
True.
That.
I think we tied. That is so.
That does happen.
You won.
I am the winner. This deck.
No cell phones at the dinner table.
It's fine. I'm required to text.
The deck I thought I was.
I'm required to text the fiance on certain occasions. That is a necessity.
Surprise! I'm playing this deck. Okay.
So.
I think I'm going to keep this. This is a good opening draw. What did I do? How did I even do that? I'm so confused.
You have a good draw?
Yeah.
So, I'm still trying to remember what I want to go with this deck. It's a little bit flexible.
I have a good enough draw.
That is a good draw.
I have a draw with a lot of upside.
I will go... let's do evens. Let's do evens.
Very well. I have anarchy. Whenever anarchy attacks, whenever anarchy attacks an exhausted defender, that character can't ready this turn. I'm also going to reveal that I have Beside Myself, which I may play only if I control an Arkham Inmates character. Ongoing Insanity. Whenever you draw one or more cards, flip a coin. If you win the flip, draw an additional card. And as always, my flip will be a roll of the d6, and if it is even, I will draw an extra card.
Right. I will keep this hand. It's a little gambly, but it's probably
I went way ahead. I didn't even realize you were still mulling over your mulligan.
No, that's all right. That's okay. I'd already known you were keeping your hand. That's just fine.
Yeah, but I gave you lots of information to make choices there.
That's true. For what it's worth, it didn't affect anything. The draw was such that I merely had to think about the draw in a vacuum. So this is Nightshade. And Nightshade has a concealed optional. I'll choose to make her concealed. I can pay 3 endurance, and she gets +1 attack this attack. Also, since we're in the business of flipping things, I do in fact have the Oblivion Bar. The Oblivion Bar is a location, and it's a hilarious location. It has 2 properties. I may activate it and pay 3 endurance to put a power counter on the Oblivion Bar, which I am going to do right now.
Not quite the same.
It is pretty similar. For anyone wondering, we're just admiring the similarity in art between these, sort of that background shape, which is indeed not trivial. So yeah, Oblivion Bar has activate, pay 3 endurance, put a power counter on the Oblivion Bar. It also has activate, remove a power counter from the Oblivion Bar, and if you control a Shadowpact character, gain 5 endurance.
Okay.
So I did that, and I put a power counter on there, and Rather than pay that life, I'm going to wait until you attack me and then lose 5 life.
Until you attack. Okay. Sure.
Hey, I take 5 life.
I'm with you. Took me a second. I caught up, though.
And just to be clear, that was me being exceptionally lazy. Then I'm going to attack you for 1.
Very well. I will take 1.
Crap, you're ahead of me. Curses and such.
And I will be drawing 3 cards.
That was a peculiar draw that I had. Peculiar 2 cards. Now it is my initiative.
That is so.
I am going to recruit everyone's favorite character, Blackbriar Thorn.
I do not think he is my favorite character.
Subject to debate. Blackbriar Thorn is a 2/2. Whenever I play a magic plot twist, he gets a 1/1 counter. For those wondering, the magic plot twists say magic on them underneath their name. I also do not think I have any magic or any non-magic plot twists in the deck.
I'm going to recruit Crime Doctor.
Crime Doctor.
Crime Doctor's power is return Crime Doctor to owner's
Crime
hand.
Doctor.
Exhaust 2 target characters. Use only during your attack step. That was a sassy reading.
That was very sassy. I feel sassed. Well, I am going to pay 3 life to put a counter on the Oblivion bar. Then I'm going to pass.
I too shall pass.
Ah, it has been done. Very good, very good. What?
I will only draw 2 cards this turn.
My draw is strange. Strange draw. Very strange draw. It is now your initiative.
Yes. That it is.
That it is. That it is indeed.
I'm not going to recruit anyone.
Not going to recruit any characters.
Nope.
That seems like a good idea. I'll do it too.
Okay.
Well, now we're back where we were last turn. Awkward. I am charmed by this game. For those of you not currently present in the room, there are some very exciting contemplative expressions crossing the playfield.
Well, it's better for me if we both pass. Which happened last turn.
It did.
But it's not a guarantee
It's
that it will
not.
happen again this turn. And if I don't pass, if I do pass and you don't pass, that would be the worst outcome.
That is the worst outcome.
Now, I could make a play and not pass, but it's not a great play.
Nope. I am enjoying the fact that we both missed 3.
I think I'm going to pass.
It's going to pass. All right, I guess I'll do something. I'm going to flip the Spirit of Naboo, which is a magic plot twist.
That's true.
It says ongoing. Pay 2 endurance. Target character you control has flight and range this turn. Use only once per turn. I'm just going to attack Crime Doctor.
Crime Doctor.
Crime Doctor.
Crime Doctor is stunned. I will take 2. Will I take an additional 1?
You will.
Does she do anything fancy?
I may pay 3 endurance to give her 1 attack, this attack. I may do that as many times as I please.
Very well. Damn it.
Damn it. Right. What is fucking going on? My word. Oh, I apologize. I did not use the Oblivion bar last turn. Do you mind terribly if I
Sure.
So last turn I had activated the Oblivion bar to put a counter on it. That is important.
Kind of.
Kind of indeed. Oh, it's my initiative. It is my initiative. This is a very, very odd draw. I'm going to recruit Madame Xanadu.
Whew.
Madame Xanadu is another 1-drop. She has Activate. If Madame Xanadu is in play, search your deck for a magic plot twist card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck, and then place her on top of your deck. So that happened.
Sure did. I'm going to recruit Poison Ivy.
Oh, let's see. She's very big.
Characters adjacent to Poison Ivy get -1/-1.
Indeed. Indeed. Is that your formation?
Yes.
So I'm going to attack Crime Doctor.
Yep. That'll work.
Cool.
I'll take still 2.
Yeah.
Haven't played anything.
Yeah. That is true.
I will attack Blackbriar Thorn.
Yep. That will deal 6 damage to me. Well, I'm going to pop Madame Xanadu, search for something. And then I'm going to pass.
Top of your deck?
Yep, so I'm going to draw her, but I get to search for a card. And I will search for, pardon me, a magic plot twist. And it goes into my hand. I will search for a lot of. This is one of the tricky things with Shadowpact is they actually have a lot of pretty good options. It's probably this one, so I'm going to think about that for just a moment longer. I will pass.
And I will hit you for 2.
Yeah. I want to search for Mystical Binding. And then I will take 2. I'll read you Mystical Binding just in case it affects your next turn since it's going into my hand. It says, play Mystical Binding only during your attack step, and only if you control a Shadowpact character. As an additional cost, play it, pay 3 endurance. Target character gets -3 defense this turn and cannot attack this turn. In a moment you may cut, and I will place Madame Xanadu on top of my deck.
You know Shadowpact doesn't stall to anything, right?
And I will draw some cards. Hey, it's Madame Xanadu. Oh, and I did use Oblivion Bar and then dealt myself some damage. So that's my favoriteest thing. Haha, we'll ignore those cards. I did not see them. It's all fine. Right. Do that. It is your initiative. What a draw. What a draw.
I shall recruit Mr. Freeze. Characters
Mr.
adjacent to
Freeze,
him
yeah.
can't ready this turn. I just can't ready. Doesn't matter when.
Yeah, no readying. Very good. And is that your formation?
It is my formation.
I'm going to recruit Nightmaster. Nightmaster says, while I control a Shadowpact character and 5 or more resources, I can pay 20 endurance rather than his recruit cost. He also has pay 1 resource point to gain 5 endurance, which I can only do once per turn. Other than that, he's just a 9/9.
So you did not recruit him.
Correct. I recruited him with resource points.
You think a bad draw again?
Yeah. Though not as bad as last game, just bad. Like, missing 3 and 4 is not as bad as missing 5. And 6, as I did in the first game. So to be clear, it's not a good draw, but it's not a terrible draw. Yes.
I'm going to attack Blackbriar Thorn.
That sure is a thing you can do. And your attack is 7, and your defense is 8. Look at these cards here. This card. Yeah, that's going to work. I'm going to take 6.
I will also return Crime Doctor to my hand to exhaust your remaining 2 characters.
Yeah, that's a good plan. That is a good plan.
If you pass,
which I will.
I will attack Nightmaster with Anarchy.
Anarchy. Sure. That is probably a good play. I will pass again.
I will also pass. One for 5. Ooh, aw.
But last turn will say that I consumed an Oblivion Bark-on. One day I'll remember this on the turn.
Sure.
Me at a gigantic 27. So I am going to play Zatanna. Blackbriar Throne's starting to be a liability here, so I'm going to put him behind Nightmaster. Zatanna has pay 3 endurance. If you control another Shadowpact character, draw a card. She also has range.
I'm going to recruit the Joker.
The Joker?
Joker's power is Insanity.
That's crazy.
Discard a card at random. Target Arkham Inmates character you control gets +1/+1 this turn.
Discard a card at random.
Yes.
Interesting. How many cards in your hand?
Quite a few. I haven't been able to play or discard anything. 7.
Interesting.
7 cards in my...
That's a lot of cards. And his power lasts for the turn, huh?
Yep.
7. Huh. It's going to make hitting the Joker very difficult. I suppose Zatanna will attack Mr. Freeze.
Flip Arkham Asylum only if you control an Arkham Inmates character. To flip, choose 2 different affiliations. I will choose Revenge Squad and Gotham Knights. Insanity, cross over Arkham Inmates and those affiliations.
Indeed.
Oh, I can't do that yet. Oh, interesting.
That is one way to put it.
So do I discard cards to try to get out of this? They're cards that I cannot afford to lose. And they're cards that would be better to play later. The answer to the first question is no. The answer to the second is probably. Your attack is 12?
Correct.
So I only need to discard 3
That is
to
true.
beat it if you play nothing.
That
which
is
unlikely. Let's see what other shenanigans I got going on over here.
good question.
I have to save this for next turn. That's kind of interesting. I really wanted to do that this turn.
You do have the initiative next turn.
I do. Yep, okay. We're gonna do it.
You're doing stuff?
I'm going to discard 3 cards at random.
Oh man. The ham. The ham is so rich. That's what the kids are saying. It's
The
fine.
kids say the ham is rich?
I'm paraphrasing the kids. Alright, so we will start with this card here.
Okay, that card
Could probably do them one at a time. Because
is
you might have powers.
Catwoman who does nothing.
Okay, Catwoman. And we should select this card on the end.
This card is Tallyman who has a discard power that will now not fire.
Finally, this card on this end.
That card is Maximo who does nothing. I would have liked to discard Tallyman later, but that worked okay.
That did. So now you are a
13.
13. Alright, I will power up once.
We'll discard another card.
You will discard the Penguin. Oh, he does
When
something.
the Penguin is discarded, you may remove him from the game. If you do, return an Arkham Inmates character card from your KO'd pile to your hand.
Wow, that's a really, really good synergy with the Joker. I will flip Collecting Souls. Target Shadowpact's character gets +1/+1 this turn, and I lose 1 endurance. I will choose Zatanna. It is also a magic plot twist. We'll select that card that I don't recognize. Uh-oh, that's a terrifying thing if I don't recognize
It causes a discard. It's Red Hood.
Red Hood.
That was Joker before he became Joker.
What?
Don't know Red Hood?
Nope. The Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen this card.
That's rare.
Right. So, all right. And I'm going to power up again.
That's the one I didn't want to lose.
Well, yeah, the odds were working against you gradually. All right. So hold on. Where the hell are we at? So, sheesh. I'm going to pay 3 endurance to draw a card. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. Did not anticipate that. All right. I'm going to take 9 damage for having drawn 3 cards. Puts me at 17. And then I'll go ahead and flip Mystical Binding to reduce your defense by 3. And Mr. Freeze may not attack this turn. So I will be counter-stunned, but I will still get the stun and deal 2 points of breakthrough.
I feel like I should read you Tallyman. Just in case it changes what you
Sure.
Because he did get discarded and then returned to my hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whenever Tallyman is discarded, you may remove him from the game and exhaust an inmate's character you control. If you do, KO target stunned character.
Interesting. Interesting. Whew. Oh, you have to discard him to do that. Interesting. I'll say let's proceed.
I will be stunned. I will take 5.
I'll take 6.
I'm going to discard a card at random to give Poison Ivy +1/+1 for the turn. I'm going to discard another card at random to give Poison Ivy +1. Oh, it's Tallyman. He's removed from the game.
So you must exhaust someone.
I
and
will
then
exhaust
you KO.
Anarchy. Poison Ivy is +2/+2.
Yep. That's pretty legit.
And then the Joker will attack Knight. Whatever.
Yep. I'm going to reinforce. And then I'll take 5. Putting me at 6.
Doing anything with Knight?
No,
Whatever
Nightshade's
that's-
just sitting there.
Then Poison Ivy will attack Blackbriar Thorn for 9.
So, 9. 9 is a number that you have calculated. Well, I still have to do this. So I'm going to play Abjuration. As initial cost to play it, pay 5 endurance, which puts me at 1. I still think that's the right choice. So I get a counter. And I get +3 defense this attack.
Oh, that's good.
So I am now at
Oh, you might
8.
beat my attack. Interesting.
Boy, I wish I could. And I have a power up. So my defense is 9. Does that beat your attack? Your
If
attack
you play another
is 9.
It's 9.
Right.
I have no cards to discard with Joker.
Yep. Nope.
I've gotten them all.
I do not have another thing, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've soundly lost, but I'll lose next turn. So I am stunned and take 2. And I gain 5 life. So I am at +3. Losing Zatanna was pretty bad.
It's rare that I have no useful cards or not useful enough cards in my hand that I could make that play.
Yep, that is so.
I mean, I'll often play to discard something, but not everything.
Yeah, that's true. I did lose a counter to do that. So it is your initiative.
Yep.
Which is really insurance that I have lost.
You don't know the half of it.
That is true.
So I'm going to start by playing Jack in the Box. Insanity, choose a number. I will choose 7.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a card with cost equal to that number. Put that card into your hand and shuffle the rest back into your deck. That card is Killer Croc. Wow, that was not very far at all.
Not very far. Yep.
Killer Croc's power is discard a card at random. Killer Croc gets +X attack this turn, where X is that card's cost. I may only do that once a turn.
Yes. Yes. That's ready now. I'll read now the ongoing effective abjuration, which won't affect anything you've done. At the start of the build phase, if you have 10 or less endurance, gain 5.
Sure. I will be regretting Killer Croc. If that was not clear.
I suspected. The thought had crossed my mind.
No adjacencies.
No adjacencies.
No, it looks like everybody's adjacent.
Noted.
I'm out of space.
Duly noted. Well, I'm going to create the illusion that this is close. I'm going to play...
I don't think you are.
Shazam. Shazam says at the start of the combat phase, if you've played no plot twist this turn, you may have the target opponent's endurance total become yours. If you do, you can't play plot twist this turn. So when we enter the combat phase, I'm going to deal you 30 damage.
Okay. No, you are going to make it look close. I was kind of surprised. I'm going to play Fatal Weakness.
Fatal Weakness.
Play only during your attack step to play stun 2 Revenge Squad characters in your front row.
Ooh.
Stun Mr. Freeze.
To stun someone, probably.
KO target character if its cost is less than or equal to the combined cost of those
Whoa. I assume it's Shazam.
characters. Yes.
Okay. Jeez.
Going to discard a card at random for Killer Croc.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack you for 17.
Sheesh. Yeah, well, that'll work. 17, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 of it. 17. That means I take 13, which means I'm at -5. Nightshade won't do anything.
Then I'm going to attack you for 13 more. 15 more.
15 more. Yeah, that's down to -20. Then I gain 5 life. Yep. It's very odd. I have never been character flooded with this deck before. And intriguingly, I made the choice to put a Blackbriar Thorn in my pile, which ended up costing me some real damage last turn, because that was the difference between you stunning Blackbriar Thorn and not. And with another Blackbriar Thorn power-up and the hope of magic plot twists, I had not foreseen me needing an additional arbitrary power-up. But you're
That's
always...
true. You actually did have a power-up.
Yep, and it was one shy of the number of power-ups I needed.
That was a really good late-game play of the...
It was, and I think one of the big things that helped you out is while we both missed 3, I not only missed 4, but then you also got the Joker, who is one of the best characters you can draw in the circumstance in which you miss a drop, because you have extra cards which you can then afford to lose. So that was and you know, it's only one extra, but it matters when you're at that point in the game.
Usually, now his power's a little misleading, because usually it's risky to play him because I will have drawn one of my later drops at that point. And in an Insanity deck, as you know, as Chris knows, as maybe our viewers don't know, I only have 1 copy of any card.
Yes.
So I can't afford to be throwing away high-cost cards.
Right.
So Joker is truly a gamble, but in this case, I had a handful of crap, and some of them actually had really cool abilities when they were discarded, so I was able to take advantage of that.
It's very, very impressive, actually, the lose Taily Man, but then Penguin got you Taily Man back, and you KO'd Zatanna. I mean, that was a huge distinction right there, that extra KO.
I did enjoy that play.
It was good. Your deck did what it tries to do. Man. Did not recover from missing both 3 and 4. I was down a little bit the whole way from then on. And KOing Zatanna, and then KOing Shazam by just... And that's a net health gain for me, sort of, but it pulls my 7-drop off the table, for sure. So that's the time for it.
And if he didn't already deal 30 damage, he wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah. Yep. So at least he did that. That was cool.
So S's, huh?
S's is what's
left. You'll pull out of
this.
You can't play... What did we play last week? We played... What did I play, more importantly? Which one gets vetoed? It wasn't the one you hate.
It was not. I honestly don't remember one of the other ones. It was...
You played X-Force, and I played... It's a terrible matchup.
Well,
you played X-Force, and I played the ongoing plot twist deck.
Right. Which is... In some... there's 2 of them that I have a rough time with, but I have a rough time with them for different reasons. And that's one of the 2 rough ones. But that matchup gives me a way to fight back, for sure.
Which means... that the Future Friends are in play. Would you like me to veto the Future Friends since you're not having a great night of cards so far?
Well, I mean, go ahead and roll them. I mean, if I conclude with not a good night of cards, but you don't play them next week, that's a win for me.
But as you pointed out, I have 2 that you don't like, so that one of them that
right.
you don't
There's
like
always
is
one in
play.
rotation. Yep.
Moreover, I haven't been playing with the Outsiders, although technically they are above
That's true. That's true.
Although I think Morlocks are close to their caliber.
They might be. They're weird. That's weird. I don't even know what the hell happens with the Morlocks.
Very hard to stop.
Yeah, I forget how Outsiders are worded. There's some wording things there that might negate the Morlocks a little bit. Because I think a lot of your powers fire when an attack occurs.
That's true.
And I can't, and me thwarting it with the Morlock's power allows you to trigger all your stuff again. So that particular matchup. But you do
steal initiative, which is also very.
That's true. That's true. I guess it depends what combo your characters you get, for sure.
So okay, I will roll this. And that is the far deck. Let's see what the near deck is. The near deck is. So you rolled the easy one.
All right.
Naturally.
I got a shot.
Don't know where my 10s column is.
Oh, it's hiding behind your beverage container. Boy, that was a great joke. Your bottle played upon you.
Yes.
Beverage bottle. All right, here we go. It's all going to turn around right here. Win or lose, I'm not going to miss a bunch of consecutive drops. That's the goal. Just don't miss a bunch of consecutive drops.
Sure.
Like, space out the missed drops. I'll take that. Very strange. I mean, I think one thing that I'll observe is, you definitely go through periods of having slumps. That happens. It's part of a card game. And I do think that Versus, overall, in terms of, like, multi-game slumps, fares better than any of the other card games I've played. But I'll admit I'm in a good slump right now. So I did win that roll. What the hell do I... Oh, man. This deck...
Well, we have video proof, so you are pretty much 0 for 5.
Yep, that is true.
Having good drugs. But that's not
true.
I mean, all things considered,
it's still
not
terrible. Right, it's not preposterous. If you get up around 9 or 10, that's pretty abnormal.
I think I've got to keep these.
I will go.
What?
I will go. Man, what is this? I feel like I haven't. I know I've played this deck on stream. I'm sure I have, but I feel like it's been a while. I guess I'm going to go Odds.
Discard my whole hand just to get Tallyman. I loved that play.
Oh man,
that was great.
Oh, so rough. Well, and it almost. I mean, if you foil the attack, I lose on that turn. So it's a risk for sure. All right, so I did mulligan my opening hand and drawn some replacements. I did go odds. I do not have a 1-drop.
I do. It's Anarchy again. He's going to hit you for 1.
What? Only 1. Thank goodness. That's weird.
And then for another 1.
Oh, all right.
At
That's
the same
more
time.
reasonable. All right. Taking 2 damage.
That's not awful. I don't have a 2-drop.
I do have a 2-drop. My 2-drop is Black Rose. She has Activate. Return an Underworld character card from your KO'd pile to your hand.
Are these? Who are these?
It's been a while.
Because they can sometimes recruit 2 5-drops or 2 6-drops. That's why they're scary. And they're 7 and 8 are annoying or something.
Or something.
Activate to KO or something.
Maybe something.
I'm going to attack you for 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to hit me. I'll attack you back for 2.
What? If I had known you were going to do that, I would have hit you for more.
That's right. That's a thing that would have happened.
I'm having an odd draw.
Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah.
Boy, is it an odd draw.
Yeah, I hear that.
This is potentially very bad.
Well, it's my initiative. I'm going to recruit Umar. Umar has, when Umar enters a KO'd pile from play, I must discard my whole hand. I may activate her and reveal an Underworld character card from my hand, and look at the top 2 cards of my deck. I put one into my hand and the other into my KO'd pile.
I'm going to recruit Ultraman.
It's Ultraman. Look at him go.
Ultraman's power is cosmic. Characters your opponents control get -1 defense. I'm also going to flip Dimensional Deal to play. Choose up to 2 teammate.
Yeah.
To play, choose up to 2 team affiliations among characters you control. Ongoing crossover those affiliations. Revenge Squad defenders in your front row get +1 attack.
Interesting. So it is my initiative. I'm going to take you straight up for 2.
Okay, I'm going to take 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pass.
I too shall pass. And then at the start of the recovery phase, I'm going to look at 2 cards. And I put one in my hand and the other in my KO pile. And when I do that, and then I do that. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You went odds?
I did. So it is now to you.
I have Great White.
Great White.
Other Arkham Inmates characters I control get +1/+1 while they're not adjacent to any characters.
Oh my. Your characters are all hidden.
Your characters are all hidden.
That's not true. So I am going to... I'm going to flip the Dark Dimension. The Dark Dimension says... That's a location, non-unique. When you flip the Dark Dimension, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your KO'd pile. Then, you may return an Underworld character card from your KO'd pile to your hand. So...
Chris told you your mom joke in the chat.
Oh man,
That's
heavy. I am going to then recruit the Nastir.
Oh, fuck.
The Nastir have, they gain...
shoot.
Yeah.
Darn.
Darn. Children. The Nastir have... they have -5 attack while hidden. But I can exhaust a character I control to move them to my visible area.
Oh, that's good. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, you're going to do some stuff?
Nope.
Okay. So, I am going to...
Draw.
I think this is a situation here. I guess I'm going to exhaust Black Rose to move a Nastir hidden. And by hidden, I mean visible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attack you for 9.
Okay. I will be taking 9.
Sweet.
I am going to attack them with Anarchy.
What? You big meanie. Well, I'm going to look at the top 2 cards of my deck, and I'm going to put 1 into my hand and 1 into my KO pile.
That's great.
I agree. And by that I mean, well, damn it. My draws is something. Did I go odds?
Yeah.
Huh. Turn is going to be weird. I'm going to recruit Blackheart. He's concealed. He has loyalty. Activate. Put 3 character cards from your KO'd pile on the bottom of your deck. KO target character with a cost of 3 or less.
Aww.
Use only during the combat phase.
But you don't have 3 characters in your game.
That's true. Let's separate out the characters I have in my KO pile. I do have 2 characters in my KO pile.
That's still not an ability I want you to have.
That's true.
Well, I'm going to be recruiting Mr. Freeze.
Mr.
How
Freeze.
about that? A visible character. Characters adjacent to Mr. Freeze can't ready.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well,
Don't need visible characters to defeat you.
I've heard that rumor. How odd. That's odd. I think I pass.
Umar is a loss condition or something weird like that?
If you KO her, pardon me, if she is KO'd from play, I must discard my hand.
Okay. Still bad.
So I don't want that, to be clear.
I'm going to attack Nastir with Anarchy.
Guess I'm dealing you damage when you do that.
Do you pass again?
I'm thinking about it. I mean, the board state has not changed radically, although I will put a reminder die Nastir, just to remind me that I'm not readying poor Nastir. Yeah, I guess I'm going to pass again. I guess. I don't love it.
Then I'm going to attack the Nastir with Mr. Freeze.
Yes, you are.
As a reminder, I am +1/+1, and you are -1 defense. In fact, I'm going to reveal that I have Battle for Metropolis, which gives Revenge Squad characters in my front row +1 attack.
That is a lot of attack. And I'm going to take a lot of damage. I do not think I can avoid taking a lot of damage, but...
I think you could reinforce.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But I do have shenanigans. So I have here the Engarai in my hand. Their power is I may discard them, and target attacker or defender gets -1 defense this attack. I will choose Mr. Freeze. I will then return the Engarai to my hand, and I will discard them a second time. Thus, reducing Mr. Freeze's defense by 2.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let me contemplate for a moment. You're an 11?
My defense was 11? Yes.
Was 11. So currently, I am getting the counter stun. Yeah.
Target Arkham Inmates attacker you control gets +2 attack this attack and also gets +2 defense if it's not adjacent to any characters.
Oh my. Fancy. So I'm going to discard the Engarai from my hand. And I'm going to do it again.
Huh. This is going to hurt.
I do take a bunch of damage. That total damage is... you were plus a lot of attack. I did not do anything about your attack.
Plus a lot of attack.
We should run it real quick.
The amount I was plus attack was 4. And you are -1 defense
A
as
lot
well.
of attack, and I am -1 defense. My defense is 6. Your attack is 14. I'm gonna KO Great White.
And then my attack is simply
13.
1 less. Yes.
Saves 1 damage, because I am not going to reinforce. So, your attack is 13, my defense is 6, that's 6 breakthrough, 4 for the stun for 10 damage.
This is not going
well. And as much as I'd like to deal you 4 damage, your power is too valuable. So I will do that at the start of the recovery phase. If we get there, I'll pass. I assume you will also pass, and then I will activate. Do things. So I'm chewing up some of what you got there, but I had missed 5, so that is still a slight disadvantage. That was not what I anticipated. Interesting.
I don't think I can get away with that. It'd be fun though. Let me think. Under these circumstances. Can I though?
It is your initiative.
I'm considering it because it's a setup. But I have so little life, I might not make it to the payoff.
I mean, we're entering 6. We're both still above 30. You've saved a lot of damage by keeping the Nastir exhausted. For 3 turns. As you had to.
It doesn't feel like it's the right play. I will recruit KG Beast, Anarchy,
Oh my.
and Great White.
Sweet mother of pearl. Boy, oh boy. Oh man, you have thwarted my... You've given up a drop in favor of returning most of your setup to the field. So is that your formation?
Yes, no adjacencies again.
All right. Now, all of my hard work with Blackheart has gone for naught. You've returned your setup to the field. So I am going to recruit Dwellers in Darkness, pardon me. Dweller. It's one dweller, multiple, single darkness. Dweller in Darkness. Dweller in Darkness has a very odd power. He is activate. Target attacker an opponent controls. And each defender you control get -1 attack, this attack, for each character card in my KO'd pile.
Attackers and defenders. One attacker and multiple defenders?
Yeah, that's
so in a team attack, you can only target one of my characters.
Yep, that is correct. And yeah, it's kind of weird.
Please exhaust a ready character you control.
It's probably Black Rose. Is that true? It's gotta be Black Rose.
I will then team attack. You can do that at any time, or it has to be at your attack?
Blackheart?
Yeah.
It must be during the combat phase, but it may be any time. Though I currently only have 2 cards
That's
in
true,
my pile.
but if you can get a third,
That's a risk.
that's a poopy.
That could be a disaster circumstantially.
All of my characters can be targeted by him except one.
You could probably, well, you might be able to get him if you use all of your dudes in the team attack, except for freeze if you wanted to save freeze.
I'm going to use KG Beast and
KG Beast and god damn it, Nestor isn't going to attack ever. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the counter on Nestor. Let me think about that. So your attack is a -1 defense, and each of them are +2 attack?
Correct.
That's a lot of attack.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to play the Dark Dimensions. Put the top 3 cards of my deck in my KO'd pile. I may then return a character card to its owner's hand. I'm going to return the Engarai to my hand.
Son of a bitch.
So I do have my 3 characters. I could do it if I so choose. Let's see. Got some weird.
There's no single character you can remove that fizzles the attack.
Well,
that's interesting.
So true. If I get Anarchy out of the equation, you've got Anarchy and KGBs. If I get rid of KGBs,
you could stun KGBs, then Anarchy can't do it by himself.
Right.
That's the only way to do it in one move.
Right. Right. So oddly, I think the correct play is to discard my Engarai on somebody, and then activate Blackheart to target KGBs. It is not stun, it is KO, so you don't take the stun damage. And I will get rid of these and leave Dormammu
That's not
in
good.
the pile.
So I will take 1 from that attack.
Yes.
But otherwise the board state does not change.
That is so. So how? Run me through. So he is big though. He's really big. He is.
He is +3 attack on defense, +2 in general, and you are -1 defense. He's also +1 defense in general.
Right. Yeesh. Yep, I'm gonna attack Mr. Freeze. And I'm 12-11 against your 13-11. Probably still just the right play.
Nope, 13-11, yes. I will take 6.
I am also stunned, which I don't like. I'm trying to decide if there's any shenanigans I can do. I'm going to fire Umar now. It's one of my favorite powers in the whole game. I love things that let me get cards and you aren't sure what I got.
You poker grimaced. Something good.
I did.
It was something good.
I was actually, for what it's worth, I was poker grimacing simply at the fact that I was doing that. I am going to flip Searcher's Anvil. Activate it. Put a character card. You know what? It doesn't actually matter. We're not going to do that yet. How important is it that I avoid this stun? Is there any value in it? There might not be value in it. It's really costly if you attack again. You face great risk. Yeah, I think, well, I'll just allow the stun. So I'm dealing you a point of breakthrough as well. So it's a net gain of 1.
Actually, or even.
Oh, I take 6.
Well,
oh, yeah, you're
drop,
right, because you're a 5 drop. Man, god damn it. True.
I am going to attack Umar with Ultraman.
With Ultraman.
I do have a power.
Okay.
I don't need it yet.
Yeah, you save the
No,
power.
I do want to play the power. I'm playing the power.
Because you don't want to... you don't want to be counter-stunned if you can help it. You do also have power-up. So if I do nothing else, your attack is 8. My defense is... Wait, what is your attack? You don't get that one on attack.
8. You're correct.
Oh, you have 8. Okay. So my defense right now is 6 because I'm -1 also. It's probably gonna work. Probably gonna work.
Do you want to keep your power up? You're not getting the counterstone.
I'm not getting the counterstone.
No, my defense is 6.
Of course, from the power up itself. Because we're tied right in gray weight. No, we will do it. And I'm going to now play Suture's Amble. Activate, put a character card from your KO pile on the bottom of your deck to power up Underworld character in combat you control. I will put on the bottom of my deck. We'll do Umar. So I will get a counterspell. But I do take 2 breakthrough, take 5 total from that attack. 5. I will pass. Mr. Freeze goes a-flying. So I am going to flip the Mausoleum. Activate, put the top card of your deck into your KO'd pile. Target stunned Underworld character you control can't be recovered or KO'd this turn. I will target Umar. Steer still is not ready. God damn. Just want the Steer to do something, and that's so much to ask. I'll draw me some cards. Just on a side note, I should not have moved. People can't really see this. Just for the sake of convenience, I do separate out character cards from non-character cards in my KO'd pile. Simply because so many of my powers trigger off of them. It's just good for Ian to know the number that I have at any given moment, in case it becomes consequential. All right.
I believe technically your KO pile is ordered, but I don't think I've ever seen a card that mentions it.
I also have not seen a card that mentions it. There might be something that's like if the top card
I know that
of
it's
your...
public, but I think it's
right,
also ordered.
Right. That's fair. Well, we'll break that rule until we see a reason for it, just for because it'll make this game much more efficient. So it is my initiative, I believe.
Yep.
Haha, he doesn't have a counter anymore. So... I'll steer the punching bag. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably have to be a little predictable. And well, now you know what? I'm gonna flip another dark dimension. Yeah, here's my last dark dimension, which just went.
Dark dimensions.
Just
Hello.
Oh, my dear. Welcome home. And another. Oh, it's all right. We wanted to let you in easily.
I can take it.
Anybody
want to come in here?
All the peeps. All the peeps. So, I think I might want Dormammu. I may return a character card to my hand. Yeah, it's probably Dormammu. Concealed optional. Look at Dormammu. It's Dormammu, everybody. Dormammu is a 7-drop, concealed optional. I'm going to choose to make him visible. He has the power, activate, target attacker or defender. Gets -1 defense this attack for each character card in my KO'd pile. For the record, that's currently 3.
You're doing a good job keeping that down.
That's true. That is true.
Welp. I will be recruiting. Also predictably, Killer Croc.
Next Killer Croc.
And a power armor.
And a power armor. Look at him go.
Killer Croc is from last game, you know. Discard a card at random. Killer Croc gets +X attack this turn, where X is that card's cost, and power armor is equipped character gets +2 attack and can attack as though it had flight.
That's pretty legit. Man, he's real big too. He is a big croc. Power armor +2 attack, and may attack as though they had flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will. I'm gonna team attack Croc for 20. I think that is the right play.
Let me look at my stuff.
Yeah.
Look at my stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I hit the 6-drop.
Yeah. Probably the better choice.
Well, 4 drops annoying, but you can't afford to play his power, I believe.
I'm starting to need his attack.
So,
It takes 6, I'm at 19.
how do I make up a 6 life deficit here? Not making it easy.
Trying not to make it easy.
Mr. Freeze, by his lonesome, has an attack of 15. That's not true. He has an attack of 14,
Well, that is true.
which is not enough for Dormammu. On defense, he has 15.
That's a lot of defense. 15 defense?
No, when defending, his attack is 15.
Oh, I see. That's a little less terrifying, at least.
So I can either, well, if I attack the Nestir,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you have fucking rows. I have to figure that into my calculations as well.
That is true.
What is her power?
Her power is I may activate her to return an Underworld character card from the KO'd pile to my hand. It's an activation, so I may
I
only do it
believe
once.
you've put all of your Engarai on the bottom of your deck. All of the ones I've seen, anyway.
That is a possibility. They are an army character.
So,
known
the
fact.
circumstance is, if I attack the Nestir, I'm cutting it a little close. If I'm stunned, I lose. If you activate Dormammu to stun me, which is a possibility, I don't lose. And if you don't stun me, I don't lose. If I do nothing, you probably attack Mr. Freeze. He's kind of scary. 1 point on the table shy of getting Dormammu. Would you risk that?
I will observe that on the board I do have 1 power up with Suture's Anvil.
Cost you a KO.
It does cost me a card for my KO pile.
And that's for any character.
Yes, it puts them on the bottom of my deck.
Do I have to pass? That's depressing. If I pass, I don't lose. And that's about all I can say. Don't I lose? I might even lose if I pass.
Let us math. If Dormammu hits and I do not manipulate his stats, you would take 4 breakthrough. Take 9, and I have Black Rose, which is 2 more. It's close. If you count Suture's Anvil, it's closer.
No.
But with what is on the board, I would still need at least 1 more point of damage.
I think I go down swinging. I must attack him. I must.
Going for Dormammu, you know?
No.
Oh,
Mystere, whatever.
They both have an N apostrophe.
You have a lot of weird character names in that.
That's true. They're kind of a weird thing. So your attack right now. I think that was probably the right play. How high is your damage?
My attack is 14, I believe.
So if I do nothing, I take 11 damage. And if I get stunned back, should Dormammu attack Mr. Freeze, Great White can hit straight through, and I would lose. I don't want that.
No, that's good.
I
don't want that either.
Sure. Well,
I mean, if you're confident that Dormammu's a risk, you could reinforce.
I am contemplating that very thing. If Dormammu hitting free, I mean, we're both forced to sort of contemplate the same thing, because clearly if I get the counter stun against Mr. Freeze, I can hit right through with Dormammu, which would be pretty significant. But
Dormammu.
Well, but Dormammu must activate to use his power.
3 defense.
So if I use his power to get
jumbling in my head his power is a 6-drop spell.
Yeah, so like if I use him to get the counter stun, which
there's a cat here. Hello, cat.
This one is Clover.
Hello, Clover. Aw, Clover's a friendly cat. Hi, Clover.
Yeah.
Careful.
I'm not afraid of no cats.
She's a biter.
I'll bite her right back.
That's fair. That's a good response.
She'll bite you again.
She's behind you, dear. I'm going to reinforce.
All right.
And the attack will work. I will take 4.
That was a great outcome for me.
That was your best outcome, I think. You still have Great White. Now the odds of Great White getting Dormammu are reasonably low. So what does that mean for me? I believe that means I will pass.
I will also pass.
And then I will use my Mausoleum, top card of my deck, into my KO'd pile. Blackheart. And I will target Umar. I will then use another Mausoleum, they are non-unique, to target
Nastir and Garai,
Nastir.
whatever those dudes are.
Nastir, and then I will recover Dancers in Dwellers. They're fancy.
Dancers in the dark?
Yeah.
But I get initiative. That might be awesome.
That is true. That is true. We got some big dudes. Draw some cards. Yeah, I do hear that. I'm just going to stack up my dark dimensions. It's all one dark dimension. Yeah. Did you just let out all of them, dear? There's an army of cats.
Ooh, a
Be
cat
warned.
army. That's
Yes.
the best thing
There's
you can
one
do
there.
with cats.
Just watch where you step.
Hello, cats. Oh, no. Kyle.
Have something
I drew a
occurred?
bad combination of things.
I'm sitting down.
Not for you. For me.
Oh.
I have to make a weird choice. And I don't love it. It means I'm gambling more than I intended. But that is the correct play. And then I must recruit Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Doomsday has loyalty, and he's big.
He is really big. He is big. Is that your formation?
It is my formation.
Yeah. Well, what do do I do about that? Boy, I got a really weird choice. That's ridiculous. That can't be the correct play. That is ridiculous. If I had to pick a word to describe the situation that I am in, that word would be ridiculous. Boy, that's ridiculous.
Lots of cards in your hand.
I do.
So many
It's
cards.
a very weird. My position is very weird. I am going to recruit Shumagorath. Shumagorath says when Shumagorath enters play, you may recover and ready a stunned character you control. The weird part is that I'm contemplating not doing that. It would be the Nastir. They do have range, so I could potentially protect them.
Not from Mr. Freeze.
Not from Mr. Freeze, but Mr. Freeze is also the one that I am most likely to be able to stun if you were to attack them. That's so weak. Do I use Shuma and do nothing with him? That would be the saddest of things.
He is big, also concealed.
I wanted to use the Nastir the whole game. You have initiative? Boy, I don't like that. I could recruit the Nastir and put them adjacent to Dormammu and just try to be a big wall. I have only a 2 life advantage though. You have so much the beats. Boy, that's a lot of beats. And all your characters are +3 attack on defense.
You can fix that with your foot.
Still 2. Still 2. You trying to get Mina out? The shy one. So then the question simply becomes, what is the greater liability? Having one visible character, or having the Nastir? Boy, that's a stupid problem to have. Why is this problem so stupid? Though, if you did not go for the Nastir, man, I can burn a lot of your attack if you go for the Nastir. I think I'm going to do it. We'll see later if that was the right choice. I'm just going to move Umar up here. Because why not? We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Boy, that's weird. It's weird. It is weird. Boy, that's weird. So, I will remind you, as there may be merit in it, of the powers on the board, because there's a lot. If Chris is still awake, he'll be highly interested in this. So, the dwellers, a dweller, singular dweller, one guy, one dweller, in darkness, has activate, attacker, and a defender get -X attack, where X is the number of character cards in my KO pile.
Whoa,
Which is a lot. Dormammu has target attacker or defender, gets -1 defenseless attack for each character card in my KO'd pile. Blackheart has remove 3 character cards from my KO'd pile to KO Great White. Black Rose allows me to return a character card to my hand. And then Gry has, the Nastir has nothing useful. I also have 1 power up on the board. And 2 cards which prevent you from KOing.
I think I have to attack the Nastir with Mr. Freeze.
Probably right. Yeah. Boy, my draw is weird. What's your attack? It's so big. It's such a big attack.
14.
14 is such a big number. Really want to do attack with Dormammu.
You can make it 13.
Good. 14. 14. Jeez. Now what happens if I reinforce? You deal me 4 damage. That's what happens. So I think the first play I'm gonna make it so you can't KO Umar. Okay. Now, sorry, there's a lot in motion here. I'm going to put a character card away to power up. Black Rose, at the bottom of my deck. And then I am going to KO Great White. So right now, if nothing else happens, I am getting the counters done. Yeah, we're going to do those. So now I need to think if I'm going to do anything else. You can think about if you're doing anything else. Not only 2 cards in my KO'd pile.
This is an interesting game.
It's very strange.
Very razor's edge here. I really thought I was out of it last turn.
Yeah, I'm going to reinforce.
Huh. We're going to see another turn, I think.
It's at least a possibility.
I will be stunned, and so will you.
That's true.
Gain of 1 free.
Yes. Alright, now I need to contemplate for a moment. So, Killer Croc is discard a card at random.
Mm-hmm.
You gain attack equal to that card's cost.
Correct.
And he's also got +2 attack at the moment on defense as it is.
Correct.
Doomsday is just +2 attack, making his attack a mere 16. How crazy do I want to be? I need to read a card. Oh, what are the odds odds of you doing that thing that you might be able to do. So as I stretched behind me, I did not realize that my fiancé actually started toasting something in the toaster and warmed my arms thoroughly.
Excellent.
Now that my blood flow has increased sufficiently, I believe Shumagorath will attack Doomsday. I'm going to play, not that card, this card, from my hand, Midnight Massacre. Target Underworld attacker you control gets +3 attack, this attack. If that character is hidden, move it to your visible area. It gets +3 defense, this attack. Makes me a 1918.
So, I will be dead if I do not reinforce.
Reinforce? What madness is this of which you speak?
Well, I assumed that's what you were hinting at, is my capacity to possibly reinforce a character who's not adjacent to other characters.
That is true. That deck has such a prospect.
19. How dead? Enough dead?
Pretty
dead.
Pretty dead.
19. I will go to -4. I am not even getting the counter stun. Ah, that's costly. That's why it's not gonna matter. -4. V11. I don't think I can kill you more than you can kill me. I would need to do 15 damage in an attack and to not get counter stunned.
Well,
15 damage in one attack.
this is nerve-wracking. You're mathing more than I was hoping you would. That's alarming.
I don't think that's likely.
Man. Chris is observing the volume of options. That might have been at the start of this
It was
turn.
quite a while ago, yeah.
But he ain't kidding. Quite a while ago could still have been in this turn. I don't know how this is going to come out, but boy, I'm glad we had a game that felt good. This feels like a good
I
game.
need to make up 17, which is unlikely. So what are your stat mods on the table? Please outline
Sure.
them for me.
So
I'm aware of him.
right.
Those
so,
guys are out of play.
Yeah. So this is out of play. So I'll just tell you the powers I have in play. Dweller in Darkness, of course, reduces both of our attacks by the number of characters in my KO pile. Black Roses, of course, return an Underworld character card from the KO pile in my hand. This allows me to add a card from the top of my deck to my KO'd pile, which I cannot control whether or not it's a character or not, but it could be. I believe this one was the power-up it is used. So those are the only 3 powers on the board.
Okay. So, pardon me, I must choose before this attack resolves which of your 2 7-drops I'm attacking with Killer Croc.
The one that is closer to the counter stun, or the one that is slightly tougher to stun.
Right. Alright.
That is a good, that's good. Just for my own, I'm sure you have a way to achieve it, but you don't have flight on the board currently, correct?
No.
Boy, this is a weird one.
There's no way you have no plays. But I need you to have no plays. God. Okay.
Which one is less risky?
And it's still a coin toss.
Indeed.
I'm going to take 12.
Oh my God! He's taking the deeps. I don't understand. All right. It is your attack, sir.
Actually, I can fire Croc's power at any time.
That's true.
Before that attack resolves...
Does it last for the turn?
It does.
Oh.
I'm going to discard a card at random.
This is unprecedented. And you have only 2 cards. Oh my gosh.
I need it to be one of them and not the other.
All right, so there's some psychological warfare. Which of the 2 cards would Ian put in the position that Ian would want me to choose?
Well, I shuffle them so that I don't know which the cards are, so that I can't give you any information.
That's very wise. I will select this card for Croc.
Okay, that card is... Killer Croc!
The one you wanted.
That's the one I needed it to be.
Oh, boy.
So Killer Croc is +7 attack for the turn.
Sweet mother of God.
Now, how does that change the equation? Does it even?
I don't know, but that's terrifying. Ah! And this is gonna take every marble I got to make sure I ain't dead, and I don't know. I mean, that's nuts. That is nuts. Well, that's nuts.
I don't even think it matters. I don't think... I'm not sure how I ran the math before that.
Well, you have 23 attack.
Right.
I guess
I get it.
I guess the big guys soak a lot, so there's that.
Attack on attack.
Okay, yeah. A mere 22. I don't know what's going on.
I don't have enough to kill you more on either of those attacks. I think.
Wow.
I think that's how that worked out.
If that is true, what does that imply? If you reinforce and I can't get Croc, and you choose not to attack, then we go to the next turn. Does assume I can't get Croc.
Okay. So I accept. I go to -4. I must attack Shumagrath.
Reduced defense, of course.
And if you have no plays, we see next turn. And if you have any plays, I lose a lot.
let me stare at things. So you are a
23 is my attack. Is that right?
Yes.
22 is my attack.
Your defense is as printed.
My defense is as printed. We don't see next turn. I keep adding 1 somehow. I'm only gonna get you in.
Well, I have 1 play, but it is on the board, which is I can return Shumagrath from my KO'd pile to my hand.
Oh, I didn't even notice you had one in your game.
That's why you may have noticed I read her power, even though it wasn't power. So, if you had noticed that,
that's fine.
Well, he would have soaked an extra damage anyway. So it's worse if I get the counter stun, though.
Yeah.
So I return Schumann.
Well, I'm playing the gamble play, right? Like I need everything to go right, and then you beat me by 1.
Sure. And if you just hit Dormammu, I do nothing and win by 1. Is that
you
how
win
that
by
works?
a lot.
If you get Dormammu? Because Dormammu is 1 damage left and I don't counter stun.
Well, okay. So our trajectory now is Are you going to use your 4-drop to modify this attack or not?
So if I'm getting the counter stun,
You
the
don't want
answer is no.
Right.
So if you attack Dormammu instead...
So you get a power up. Your defense is 16. My attack is 22. Right?
Right.
You will take 6 breakthrough plus 7, 13. You'll be at -2. I'll be at -4, -11, and then you attack with your 6-drop.
Sure. So it's catastrophic if I get the counter
Sure.
stun.
So we'll play the other one. So
Right.
this
so
is Kyle's game. Kyle has won
Sure.
by a good almost
It's
20.
a reasonable margin.
So
I mean,
we
you
go
still
back-
deal me a bunch of damage.
We go back
It'd
to
be
this
like 15,
point
yeah.
where you're attacking me and I'm at 8.
Right. Right.
But after I discarded the correct
right.
card
Yes.
for Killer Croc.
Yes.
And then I have to pay 2 while I can to give flight to Killer Croc.
Right.
And then Doomsday is stunned and I go to -6.
Oh, but you have to pay to give
Right.
flight.
That's what I
see.
was weighing.
I see.
And then I attack Dormammu.
I cannot get the counter stun, but
We
because
can reduce our attack.
I can in a pinch reduce the attack. So
Yeah.
my play would try to be, since I'm not getting the counter stun,
I guess not.
I can't hit through you.
Right.
And even if I get the stun here, it's worth 1 life gain because you get the counter stun against him, like if I could team attack to get
Right,
you.
right.
So it is to my advantage to reduce your attack by 2. Do you have any other shenanigans? I don't think so. No, I don't. So in this instance, your attack is 20
Yes.
against my 16 defense. That's 4 breakthrough. I would get exactly 0.
Right. And you win by 6. So it was slightly closer.
It's,
I couldn't see it.
It might not have been in the play. I mean, now the reinforcement that you were mulling, maybe you didn't have it.
No, I
Is
have it.
okay, fair enough. Is the reinforcement that you have to exhaust
It's in
the
here.
character,
I didn't have it.
or is it just a?
Let's just do it. There's the bottom card.
Oh, there you go. So if you had that,
I still couldn't have made it up. It was only 4 breakthrough.
boy, it was close. That would have been closer for sure. It's 4 breakthrough.
Because
Yeah,
I
maybe.
needed that. I needed the counter stun. I needed you not to have the +3 defense.
Right.
Then it would have been a
Right.
close game.
And that's actually, and as a side note,
The
Shumagarath.
card is Winslow 1.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, that was.
Which makes the Killer Croc a power up, but yeah, it's
Right.
drastically different.
So yeah, that was why I put Shumagarath concealed, even though he was concealed optional.
Right.
I mean, there's some weird stuff in there. I mean, using my 7-drop to reinforce my 4-drop. Had I not done that, I think you would have. I think the risk was much higher for me. The damage would have been so significant going through Nastir.
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I had no tricks for like 3 turns.
Right,
I was not
right.
able to play anything.
Right.
So, and this isn't a super tricksy deck.
No, yeah. I got. It's funny. I got most of the cool mid-tier plays in the deck. I've never done Blackheart twice in a game. That's really rare. Like part of it is your deck depends upon those 3-drops, so it's worth it to use.
It doesn't, but they're very helpful.
They're useful for sure.
So useful, I opted not to recruit a 6-drop so I could get the one you KO'd back.
Yep. But
Ugh.
I didn't get the big thing the deck does. I actually, in trying to mill through my deck to build up characters, lost some of the pieces of the big thing, and every time I'm like, fuck. But it was a very interesting game, and I really enjoyed.
Well, you also need very particular characters in your KO pile too.
Yes.
Which is why I didn't feel so bad about the KO,
Yeah.
because it actually is quite costly, I'm aware.
The 2 hardest to get pieces to make the big play work are Shuma, who I did get, and there is a.
I'm sure glad you didn't get Satana or whatever.
Oh yeah, she's so good.
I saw one of her go by. I was like, oh crud.
Yep. And then it might actually require. It requires at least 1 plot twist as well to get that extra. So there's a couple of pieces, and at least 2 of them are pretty tough gets. So I think it's 2 tough gets, and the rest I do fill out the pile. But yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, Blackheart and firing his power is very costly. I think the best option I could ever hope for was Blackheart with 3 of the fucking and the ones that I didn't. I think Engarai, yeah, Engarai.
You don't even know the names of your characters.
Well, yeah, Nastir and Engarai are the tough ones because they're both N apostrophe. So maybe it's Engir. I say Engarir, but it might be Engir and Nastir.
Parademon? Can I see the card?
Parademon? I can't show you Parademon. I can show you.
That's so great. Parademon. Oh god. Yeah, that's Engarai.
Yeah, that one's Engarai, and then the other one is.
You call him Gary.
Call him
Gary.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, it's probably Nastir.
Well, the Midnight Massacre card is usually
Engarai and Nastir, like Nastir. I think Nastir is a simplification.
Yep.
Is that an H?
Might be. At the end, yeah. Yeah, that is an H.
Nasty and Gary.
Nasty and Gary. Parademon. But yeah, to be able to discard a bunch of him and then also use Blackheart was cool. I enjoyed that a lot.
It was painful.
Very, very uncommon to have 3 of the Engarai in your hand. I usually have 1. But yeah, that was I did not have confidence. I mean, it was going well in the sense that like, oh, we're having a game, which was great. But there was no point in that match. I mean, when you're playing a deck where with 1 card drop, you have a 22 or 23-18 if you have your setup right, like, there is no life difference. And you closed it. I had it better, and you started narrowing it down, I think, because I feel like there was a point when I had a 6 or 7 point life, and you closed it to only two life advantage.
But I did get lucky with that. I was making close attacks that I was risking counter stuns that would have cost me the game.
Yep.
And I had to do it because I had nothing.
Well, and this deck has some good offensive stat mods, but the defensive ones are real small. They're not nothing, but they're small. They're definitely not S-tier defensive stat buffs. Right. Their big thing is just that they're very... If I get Umar, she's very good at giving me a lot of options. And you just always use your power. Like, I don't know if there's ever an instance when you want to attack. Even if you have every drop and a blend of plot twist, there's no reason not to use her because she empowers the later character's abilities by putting characters. Because what I really want to do every time is put a character card in my KO'd pile and a plot twist in my hand. That is always the goal with her. Because that's just the best of both worlds. And I did get Rose Psychic to fill up, or she might just be Rose. Rose Psychic is the
other one.
Yeah, I think this is just Rose. But I did get Rose to help me even get those characters back if I needed them. But I will say that was one of the most effective runs the deck had at simply using the characters in the KO'd pile a lot. Like there's a lot of me adding cards there and then using them. A lot of times I get 1 or 2 big uses out of them. But that one had a really good ebb and flow of the fuel of the deck, which is, I think this is a worthy S deck. I actually think it's one of my weaker ones because it lacks some of those super Hail Marys along the way. It has a couple, but it's very satisfying. It might be the hardest S deck I've got to play because there's just a lot of pieces
to play as.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's the most technical of them. Yeah, it's very fun, and when it works, when you get that ebb and flow of fuel, it's very gratifying.
I know you hate some of my other decks, but they're super technical.
Yep, and I know that's why I have never perma vetoed any of them. Is because playing technical decks can be fun. Alrighty. Well, we should probably.
I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks, Chris, for joining us. Let's see announcements next week. We're okay. We
should be okay. I'm facing a slight crunch risk at work, but I think it will not impede that evening.
But after that, Ian am out.
Mm-hmm.
I is.
You am Ian.
We are. I'm out. For the rest of October, I'll be working on my Halloween costume, which
So,
I spend a lot of time doing. So probably not. I mean, no chance of streaming in that time, but
reduced,
close to no
Reduced
chance of
chance,
streaming in that time. So you may as well bank against it.
Yep. So we'll be back start of November then.
Yep.
That'll be good. Or maybe the last weekend in October.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. That would be a good one to pick up if things are going well. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
Well, it's been
see
fun.
See y'all next week.
Good night, Chris.
Oh, good. That's on.